Information shows that most parents don't continue their education and think that it's the end for them. Well, I have information that proves that this idea is incorrect.
In 2018, the Institute for Women's Policy Research stated that about 4.8 million students that are in college are parents. Of that 4.8 million, about 1.7 million of those students are single mothers.
Nowadays, schools are providing more and more support for people who need it. For example, UC schools provide housing for families and community colleges like ELAC provide childcare. Here we have Erica Arciniega, who is my mom and was a parent while attending college.
My name is Erica Arciniega. I am 32 years old, turning 33 this year. I have two children, Mariah and Roman. I feel like my parents were always very motivating for us. They wanted us to strive to do our best in school. However, they themselves didn't know how to guide us or what steps for us to take in school, which would ultimately help us get to college. Right now, as of today, my youngest sister, Stephanie, has obtained her bachelor's degree, but before I obtained my bachelor's degree, no one in my family tree had ever obtained a bachelor's, so I was the first one. So I attended community college before transferring to a university. I attended ELAC, East Los Angeles College. I obtained 2 associate's degrees there before transferring to UCLA. My major there was Chicano Studies, so my bachelor's degree is in Chicano Studies with a minor in Labor and Workplace Studies. So I commuted from home to campus. The commute was very challenging. That was the most exhausting part, I feel, of attending university. And once I'd come home, I was exhausted to do anything, to cook, to clean, and knowing that I still needed to give my kids attention and time and also complete homework assignments was very, very difficult. UCLA felt like a complete different world in comparison to community college. For one, they only offered daytime classes. I had to make that work. The first quarter was the most intense one because I didn't know how to navigate. So at my time at UCLA, I was actually a student worker there for a program that's called CCCP. It's Community College Center Partnership. What this program at UCLA does is help students who are currently at community college level reach their goals and transfer to your university. I was a mentor to other parenting students at community colleges, so I got to work very closely with a cohort, a group of other parenting students. It's definitely a culture. It's a community. Outside of school, I would say my family has always been very supportive. My mother and my sister, we were there for each other. We're each other's support system. So I received a lot of help from them in terms of taking care of the kids. In school, surprisingly, if many of you don't know, nowadays there are a lot of resources and programs and clubs that are there to provide resources and support for parenting students, LGBTQ students. So there was a parenting support group at UCLA, and that was very helpful. They always provided resources, help, tips, study tips. They also had a daycare there on campus, which I never had to use, but I know that a lot of parents who have younger kids take advantage of that resource. It does aid to have a degree listed on your resume. You start something and you finish it, you complete it, so it shows that there's determination and good work ethic. I would definitely say that they should not constrict themselves with thinking that they are out of time. Time is constant. it's not going to stop. So you might as well do something with your time now, because whether a career might take 2, 4, 6, 7 years to complete a degree, career, etc., that time is going to pass us by regardless. So if you have a dream and you want to go after it, shouldn't matter how long it's going to take you. Go for it.
As a child of a parent who was a student, I think that there are some challenges and stress added to you as well, but it's all worth it in the end. My family is now more ahead, and now I have a role model to look up to. Even if there are things that get in your way, I think that anything is possible as long as you set your mind to it.